was going to say way better.
I just told it show up at 5:30.
Back, forward, right.
Isn't there like a water slash cafeteria?
Yeah, it's inside.
So people have to go in there? Do they go?
We're trying to get them out.
That's what I thought those tables were.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, we put them out there, but then they also get late. It looks like it's full over there. I don't know what happened. Where's Crawford? I saw him.
Oh, yeah.
Where's he sitting? But on one chair. Is he right there?
Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony will begin in 5 minutes.
Oh, with the mustache? With the mustache?
Yes.
Straight ahead.
Yes.
Supervisor. Naked because he
Ladies and gentlemen, please find your seats. The ceremony will begin. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the ALS staff, it is my pleasure to welcome you to this evening's graduation ceremony. I'm Staff Sergeant Benjamin Jones, Class 22E's Distinguished Graduate, and I am proud to be your Master of Ceremony for this evening's event. At this time, we ask you to please silence your cell phones. Please stand for the presentation of the colors of the Student Honor Guard, the playing of the national anthem, and invocation given by State Chairman Jarquez Carter-Berry.
Present the colors. Stand by. Go. Hook. Forward. Home. Forward. Hold. Colors. Halt. Present. Home.
Good evening. Please bow your heads. Thank you, Father, for the family, instructors, supervisors, and leadership being here with us today. I pray that you grant us the discernment to know when to apply what we have learned during our time at ALS. Thank you for the relationships formed, and that you bless our steps wherever you plan to take us. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Thank you, Student Honor Guard and Senior Airman Orderberry, for delivering the invocation. Airman Leadership School is the first level of enlisted professional military education for airmen and sets the foundation for graduates to become non-commissioned officers and supervisors. Thank you for coming to congratulate these students on completing this significant milestone. We would like you to begin tonight's ceremony by introducing our distinguished guests. Please hold your applause until all distinguished guests have been announced. The 7th Bomb Wing Wing Commander, Colonel Joe Kramer. Representing the 7th Bomb Wing Command Chief is the 7th Mission Support Group Senior Enlisted Leader and tonight's guest speaker, Chief Master Sergeant Esam Cordova. The Air Force Global Strike Honorary Command Chief, Mr. Alan Farmer. The 7th Bomb Wing Honorary Command Chief, Mrs. Judy Farmer. The 317th Airlift Wing Commander, Colonel Tom Langford. The 317th Airlift Wing Command Chief, Chief Master Sergeant Jimmy Williams and his wife, Andrea. Seated in our audience are group commanders, squadron commanders, chief master sergeants, and first sergeants that are critical to the success of each class. Please join me in saying thank you with a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the student speaker for Class 22F, Senior Airman Peyton Radebaugh.
Alright, hi y'all. My name is Senior Airman Radebaugh. I have the honor of delivering this highly anticipated, incredibly riveting graduation speech. So buckle up. There are 46 of us in 22F that are crossing this career milestone together, and we are truly a melting pot of diverse experiences and backgrounds. Our youngest is 22 years old, and our oldest is 36 years old. And I'm not going to point any fingers, adult day. Home can be found in 18 different states, and even Guam. Texas led with 9 classmates, followed by California and Ohio, each with 4 classmates. This would be an unbearably long speech if I listed every career represented in this class. So I'm not going to do that. But there are 29 unique jobs represented in 22 Foxtrot. 40 deployments in places like Afghanistan, Africa, Guam, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and much more. Some have said 2 or more deployments, pulling the slack of myself and others with 0. We have at least 6 CCAFs, 6 associate's degrees, 14 bachelor degrees, 1 completed master's degree, with many more working towards finishing their master's, a flight school student, and a perfect 46 out of 46 high school GEDs. All of these numbers to say that we all brought something different into this class, which helped broaden one another's perspectives. So I, along with 45 others gathered here, have weathered the storm and stand before you all as bona fide, all-knowing, and all-powerful staff sergeants. What did we hear about ALS prior to coming here? You all gather around a campfire to talk about feelings and platitudes for 5 weeks, and then boom, you're done. The Air Force knights you as esteemed staff sergeants. But what actually got us here, you ask? We learned how to build paper airplanes. We learned how to build the tallest paper towers out of just 2 pieces of paper, and how to do yoga, like poses like the downward dog. So clearly, we are ready to be perfect supervisors. What we actually learned was the importance of trust, how to effectively communicate, the importance of emotional intelligence, biases, leadership qualities, problem-solving methods. We literally had to come up with our own brand new problem-solving method and negotiation techniques. So clearly now we're ready to be perfect, all-knowing, infallible supervisors. Still wrong. All of those topics we learned about, from trust and to negotiation techniques, offered us all opportunities to be introspective and reflective. Be a good airman, easy enough, right? Well, it's not so much the techniques and information we are taught that were so groundbreaking, but the chance that those lessons offered us to take an honest look at ourselves and ask, am I there yet? How can I be better for my airmen waiting for me at my shop? However, the most important takeaway from ALS isn't on a slide, it isn't found in a presentation, and truthfully, it isn't even from one of the few chiefs that we had the pleasure of hearing from. The importance was in this diverse class of graduates and the friendships we forged and the obstacles we overcame along the way. Whether that was working together in a group for a project, being god-awful at trivia together, playing quiplash together, or cleaning horse excrement and lifting heavy Hurricane rocks at a foster home, all of these experiences forced us to grow closer as a unit. We learned how to cooperate and flourish amongst a myriad of jobs, backgrounds, and interests. And it is this lesson that I am sure the rest of my classmates, can take back with us to our respective units and shops and be confident that we walked away from ALS a better airman, a better leader, and even more importantly, a better person. Last part, I promise. So what does being a supervisor mean to all of us? I guarantee you would get 46 different answers from every graduate here. What we can all agree on is that it's not a bad place to start by caring about your airmen and looking out for their best interests. Whether some of us get out, cross-train, go to the dark side, I'm talking about OTS, or make the Air Force a career, we all gain something beneficial in these 5 weeks. So to my fellow classmates, that too have been excommunicated from the E4 Mafia, thank you for making this experience a memorable one, and I look forward to what our futures hold. Thank you, instructors, and all the class mentors that shared your experiences, time, and patience with us. And lastly, thank you, friends, family, and loved ones, those that are in attendance or on the interwebs, for your support and care. The end, and please, dramatic applause.
Thank you, Senior Airman Radebach. Seated among us and watching virtually is another group of individuals who deserve recognition for their love and support during this course. Who observe recognition for their love and support during this course. Wish the spouse and family members of Class 22F please rise and be recognized with a well-deserved round of applause. Tonight, 46 airmen will graduate Airman Leadership School and prove they are ready for greater challenges and increased responsibilities. Please help me congratulate ALS Class 22F on reaching this significant achievement in their careers. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we will dine plate buffet style, and tables have been numbered. So as we call your numbers, your tables may proceed through the line. Please wait for your tables to be called before you head to the back of the line. After everyone is finished with their meal, we will take a small break before we continue with the second half of our ceremony. During dinner, the students have produced a slideshow highlighting their time in ALS, which will be shown to you for your viewing pleasure. Without further delay, it is time to eat. Will tables 1, 2, 3, and 4 please begin to the buffet?
You have a secret, okay, I was wondering, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is a rad.
It was the rad trip, and I was like, this is like one of the best. They run you out of space. And then look at him giving this speech.
Oh, I know. But I think it's going to like,
Why can't you have an answer? It's like saying I can't do what I'm going to do. Sir?
yeah, hold on.
It shouldn't matter what you have government. That's crazy. Good luck when you go back. You're at the important game. I know, we made it. I'll be glad that film didn't change yours. Work stuff will
You guys got photos that you went here a while.
It just stays fluid, so
So we can smell it.
it stays fluid.
I'll talk to the executive chair. Tell us.
The tables 5, 6, and 7, please head to the line.
Make sure your bread doesn't fall. Bread. It's the edge piece. It's bread, I have to try to get They should start tying them to mine like
Are you a morning competition?
with the bodies.
The microphone?
Yeah. Oh, just who they are yet.
I'll let you know. Me and Dad just having a sample like tomorrow, but he's like, oh, geez, because he's never come. So we invited him up and started. He never answered or something. He's like, how was he sent out like a couple of different messages to like the whole yeah, we're all gonna dress up.
That's why you're trying to
He seems like a pretty sharp dude.
Check the average out, I guess. Don't knock it over.
No, I gotta get on the other side. It's the camera.
Yeah. Where is it?
Where is it?
Is it off? Oh,
Oh, there
there
it
it
is.
is. It is.
It's like,
What are they talking about? Who's Jake?
Jake from State Farm.
No, not Jake.
Yeah, we talked for it's good. There's some people here.
It's on like the very
You're asking to see if they sign.
Yeah, that's my mom. Wait at the camera, Jay. Hey, he's asking me what are we doing? I can hear it. It's like, it's just I'm like, there's other shit, man. That's my job. My mom asked me, where are you? She said yes. She saw me. You gotta ask the chief who looks better at brisket.
You should.
He told me he has a smoker. He told me like 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, will tables 8, 9, 10, and 11 please form a line? Would this new line please taken towards the glass doors to my right, towards the library.
Oh, another shed.
What's your favorite part?
Yeah, we do PT. They have a starter. Did it? We were like listening
I'll take my dream seat, so we'll see.
everything fell down. Tried to get up, like nope. Fell right back down. You know, everyone's training. You know, I was good, but now I can't breathe. Everyone's around. The best part is that I'm limping to bed street. In PT. I didn't think they're thinking tomorrow.
So I actually went in.
I cannot take like 3 steps. 3 steps. I was hurt. And then the nurse almost got me to do feeling pretty good. I got it elevated. I am not. Unless you come lift me up, stay. I feel great.
States, I would like to go in.
But I don't play organized. I actually need to go back now because I used to, pre-COVID, I used to do workouts, visit therapy like 6 months. Then I went back again and I re-sprained. I didn't tear anything, and that was pretty cool. I went to Oklahoma City Thunder, not the 18,
The hours were
D
interesting.
League, where they go to physical therapy.
They have enough people to cover the whole
Even the D League. And that coach was like, I used to go
I like how I
exercises. MCL doesn't work lateral. They just lost it.
You don't feel pain when you're
Whether, like, so if you do the exercise, it's pretty good. Like, it doesn't hurt as bad, but I don't have it weird. I didn't
Yeah, they do. They're mostly the cathedrals. Almost every religion has like a
outside of the cemetery. But I almost get more about my I just know I need to probably looking at it.
yeah, they permeate.
That's right. So I did get that. I joined a running club because I was like, really cool things like if you ride, burger places, if you run the Thursday night I do the ride. You had to do a 5K. I did the 5K around the burger. And I actually got it. There is. So you just get into it. Nothing much. You get into the rhythm and you're just pretty cool. I haven't felt that good.
Chef's next.
Full tables 12, 13, and 14. Please join the line.
It was probably even more refreshing after all that exercise. Really? Oh my gosh.
Needless to say,
I can believe it. That's right. Oh yeah. That's one quick way to tell, bro. Or a long way. In England, nobody really wanted to go out and do anything either. But one of my buddies got drunk enough that I was able to convince him to go with me. And so he could still walk. And so I was like, okay, all right, I can look after him. We're going to go check out this like little stream and like some lakes over there. And once we got like 2 miles into it, he was like, I strongly regret going to do this. He's like, but I'm sober, so that's that. Oh my goodness. So there's another acronym that POL stands for, and to the airmen, it means painting objects and landscaping. So that's I've done all of that. And plenty of it. And I was extra pissed off about whenever they stole the POL letters, because I painted them. Yeah, well, it was 30 guys. Just like they all had some crazy afterthoughts or something, and they drank too much and had some crazy ideas, and they went over there and stole them. They were about to be murdered. And of course, we were thinking of somebody from POL who was salty, and so we weren't even looking at like other. Yes.
How'd you know somebody else?
They ended up telling me. The person, like not the person, but somebody who knew it. He's like, yeah, I knew who it was. And I was like, that's not good. I'm not easy to beat either. Those stones weigh like, oh gosh, I don't know. Probably more. They weigh over 100 pounds each. It took like 3 of us to move each of the stones.
I can see now they jump out of their truck and be like, get him! They just run out there. And they're like, how did you know?
These are actually cement. Yeah, that's what we should have done.
I can also see like one of our airmen being like, it's like walking.
I could see that too. Be like, I saw nothing. I'm going back. There is a point where you have to be like, how many drunk guys can I take on?
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's like one for the license plate.
Yeah. If you can get them in it too.
Oh, yeah.
Better. We're about to get wrecked. Y'all the whole time.
The amount of times it's happened like someone that's really upset. It's like not even your fault.
Oh my god. Yeah, I try to tell everybody on my trip to be like, look, there are 2 sides of Jones. We can be friends, and you can go home early on day. We're not going to be anything. Or we cannot be friends.
Full tables 15, 16, and 17. Please join the line.
Everyone was complaining about me not letting him off early enough the other day. I was like, guess who's not going home early like everyone?
Congratulations, you just won that. Grand prize.
Did you not think this through?
I used to do the same thing when I was shift lead too on like Fridays. I'd be like, get out of here guys, I'll take over.
Yep. Yeah, sometimes I'll go to the gym. That's like that's my treat for myself if we have time. Nick, you've been surprisingly slow, except for today. Hopefully the rest of the shift goes easy.
Get really slow once they start transitioning. And after they pull all those planes up,
I can't hold my plate there when she was scooping. Transient. We have so little love.
they're going to bring out the flight line.
They're doing, they have like some, but most that I know of is just like, so we have our storage guys, they're the only 2 contracted POL. Everyone else is active duty. Occasionally, every now and then we'll have, oh man, I want to say it's reserve. They really need to. I mean, it is good just to like see so you understand.
Yeah, they should at least go out with announcement actually.
And that may have been what happened before. Some of the other things. At the right time, I definitely want to do it.
You have time, no break.
Yeah. It's like one day where everyone went to each other's place. But we actually had work to do, so I was working on it today. I didn't participate.
Talking about like going to another flight this morning.
More than anything, what I really want to learn is the Chiefs' full spectrum of play. That way, like, you know, if there's ever anything going on, I can help on that side too. Exactly. Because I'll tell them how to use our trucks and whatnot. Usually, I should. You're right.
I guarantee you the local crew.
Yeah, probably. Tell me everything. Yeah, because I've seen like on the KC 135.
Halo, you may join the line as well.
But not on the big ones.
So they can just get everything else.
Nope, that's not the plan. That's not the plan. Nope.
Oh yeah. I don't blame her. I'm not the right stuff myself.
You need to say what's up. You heard that?
convey a message in a way that's easy to listen to and easy to relate to.
Yeah, that's what you want. You want something that relates to your life. Because otherwise you're sitting there and someone's telling you
Yeah, that's one thing I like about my group is that we're actually kind of like regular side group. So like we have our main church building and that's up on the north side of Babylon. But I go to one that's for young single adults. And so it's more like catered to people in our age group, like in our life cycle.
that's how my Sunday school was. Everybody that's like, there are no kids.
Yeah.
Where are the kids going? Yeah, you want people that are walking the same walk.
That's how like our usual like the vehicle boards are. And so whenever I get kids on up there.
There you go. Hey, what happened?
I can't but so we're seeing still in the beginning phase.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
Dating, we like each other. There's rarely ever anybody like here that really always probably hopefully we can work things out.
Dating life has changed so much. Like, I've been married for almost 8 years now. I don't even know what dating is anymore. So, it's like, please don't leave me.
You got arguments.
I was like, dating now is like swiping left and swiping right. That's not a computer.
And not only that, but it's like, I just remember things were simple when I was like in high school. And it'd be like, oh, dude, I like you. It's like, it's not a good time. Like, things come out, and we either stay with each other or get along with each other.
Really fast and actually lasts forever.
Exactly. Now it's like,
but it's really something else about it. I keep hearing these stories. Like, wait, maybe it's really
and it should be easier. It's like you actually like, oh, we both know that this is interesting on a basic level. But now, we both communicate.
I felt really bad for Buddy. He had like 20-something matches. I seen one of the wives. And I was like,
Now that is kind of uncommon, but like still, it's not unheard of.
I know.
I actually had like a really good past couple of months, and now I have like, it's usually, now I have matched on accident, so I know that happens every Tuesday. Not very often. I mean, yeah, it's useful like when you actually meet people. I don't even know how old not but it is so much better if you do
It's a hard thing to do.
honestly, even in college, I just found I was so when I had some pretty big lectures, like 200 people, and they're just, I wasn't doing very many people, so I started like walking up and asking them really questions. Like I'd wait until I had a conversation, wait until they kind of laughing students there, but I said, okay, those days never went any harder. And I feel like they felt like it was too, like I was straight, you know? And so they're like, uncomfortable in that setting.
You're always a stranger.
Usually it's like not as abrasive and indirect. You meet each other casually, get to know each other, get closer to each other, start dating. Oh, really?
Works out.
That's great.
I was actually skateboarding and I told my buddy, I was like, hey, man, Dick, I'm coming out here and she looks like that. And boom, got one.
Good thing he chose. You know?
No matter what's that, we just went dancing.
I know, I suck at it, but
It's okay, that's fine.
I'll do the slow dance. I can sway.
Just have confidence.
The thing is, usually I don't even like this music. I like the music. I'm not like, I went to a club once. I was terrible. This is really loud.
Oh yeah, great, man.
Yeah, to get a headache.
My wife likes country. In the first, right when we got to Aviano, there was some country singer coming out. USA or whatever. I forget his name. And obviously I don't care about his name. But yeah, she's like, let's go. And I was like, okay. And I just sat there for like 2 hours listening to songs. That was pretty good.
Yeah, high five.
I was like, oh, gosh, my head hurts. I'd rather be sick than this.
Oh yeah.
It's so bad. Can't do it. It's a struggle.
That's what I work at. When I worked at Chick-fil-A, then I was always in the cow section. I started working there when I was 15. And so I would get out there and break dance and like do all kinds of stuff. And so it just messes with people. Like that's what people want in the cow section. They just want you to be comfortable. And so I'd like go sit down next to like people and move my arm around them and stuff. You know, even if they don't break it, like I'm in the cow section. What are you gonna do?
That's why I feel like being a NASCAR.
It's tiring. Like you get so sweaty on those things. But they sent me to this. It was a Christian rock concert. Like let's get some
No, they were just laughing at you.
Oh, okay. Oh, my thing? Oh.
That's okay, I can hear us. Fine. Don't worry.
Hey man, as long as they have a good time. Before you came and sat down, I was talking about how when I was looking at chicken legs, I always put meat counts. So that's why you mentioned
It's better if she got more work than
he's like, I don't smoke. See, I'm like, what's wrong? Like, I'm perfectly average. Oh, yeah, it's like that. You gotta be casting up.
what you're doing. You just put 16.5 on
Oh, really?
A couple minutes? Yeah. I was gonna walk around.
If she needs more water, just come out. Yeah, you got time. More than that. Take 10.
He was a basketball
rules, like a lot of rules in your college education, Hunter. Like,
That's the first time I heard of it.
the only reason I did that is he felt like you were so
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank Stacy and Byron Stevenson from the Shed for catering this event. If you have not finished eating your meal, please continue to do so. If you are finished eating, we ask that you please dispose of your dinner items in the nearest waste by receptacle. Our second half of the program will begin in 5 minutes.
Reading every single part of the assignment. Very good.
It's really because
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to begin the second half of our ceremony. Please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Master Sergeant Kyle Gibson, the ALS Commandant, and I'd like to introduce tonight's guest speaker, Chief Master Sergeant Isam Cordova. Chief Cordova is the senior enlisted leader for the 7th Mission Support Group at Dyess Air Force Base. He is the principal advisor to the commander on all enlisted matters for 6 diverse squadrons responsible for installation, civil engineering, emergency services, security, supply, transportation, fuels, contracting, communications, family support, education, and recreational services. These squadrons provide critical installation support to 14,000 airmen and families assigned to Dyess. Chief Cordova hails from Queens, New York, and entered the Air Force in 2000. He is a career firefighter with over 20 years of experience with assignments to Germany, Honduras, Colorado, Texas, Guam, Maryland, New Mexico, Portugal, and Italy. He's deployed to Baghdad, Iraq, in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom, where he cemented the firefighting alliance between Iraq's Ministry of Interior and Ministry of Defense. Please help me welcome Chief Cordova.
Man, thank you, Sergeant Gibson. All right. Man, it's intimidating looking at you guys over here. All right, well, good evening. First, before I even get started, let me say a huge congratulations and thank you to Sergeant Jones for narrating this event. So you've done a really good job. Also, the invocation by Senior Airman Atterbury, you've done really well. The Honor Guard, thank you guys. You guys always do great. Sergeant Gibson, you always host a phenomenal event. So thank you guys. Also want to give a thank you to some of our guests that have come down here to support our airmen, Mr. and Mrs. Farmer. Thank you guys. Colonel Kramer, appreciate it for letting me come up here and speak. Colonel Langford, same to you, sir. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity. And also one more, Chief Williams. Hey, man, welcome. And look forward to working with you. You're a great dude. And then last but not least, the best MSG commander in the Air Force, Colonel Jensen. Hey, look at that. Yeah. I'm just trying to get Monday off. Just saying. Hey, and how about that speech by Senior Airman Radeball? Yeah. That was all right. Let's give him a hand. All right. So, man, I can tell you guys that I had the pleasure of hanging out with the ALS class of 22F the past few weeks, and I can reassure everyone in this room that we are in good hands in the future. As I was thinking about what I was going to talk about today, I came across a quote by Bill Hybels that states, "You can predict everyone wins when your leader gets better." At first, I breezed right by that statement because it was such a simple and obvious statement. But later that night, out of everything that I read, that statement was the only verse that stuck with me. Then that made me think, how does a leader get better? We've all worked with people who are star performers, but may have one personality shortcoming that makes life difficult for many, such as never leaving work at work, taking too much work home, or stays at work a little too late. These people are many of us in this room. 95% brilliant, 5% disaster. Breaking bad leadership habit traits will define who you want to become. As I look around this room, I can tell you we all have similar goals. That is to be successful airmen and become better leaders. No one went to MEPS or a job interview and said, I want to fail as an airman. Or I want to be part of an Air Force team to have a mediocre life. Or I want to come to work late to destroy a culture. Breaking through our self-created glass ceiling is one of the ultimate win-win scenarios we will encounter as airmen. Right now, class of 22F, I challenge you to self-reflect and identify who you want to be as a leader and find one bad habit that you must break. First, you must give that bad habit a choice, a name. It can be called my smoking habit, my failure to go to the gym habit, my I can't stop looking at my phone habit. Think about what makes you weak as a person, or will you lose credibility as a leader? For me, I hate waking up in the morning, and I will find any excuse not to go to the gym. And yes, I went to the gym today. Woo. I see you, Colonel Smith. Start with small habits. That can be just going to the gym and running 1 mile on a treadmill for 3 days a week. The next week, run 1.25 miles. The following week, 1.5 miles. And so on until you reach your desired goal. That can be 5 miles, 10 miles, or a marathon. It's all up to you and what you want to do. Good habits are the toughest to start because the payoff doesn't come until the future. Good habits are the toughest to start because the payoff doesn't come until the future. When you first run that mile, you will not see that waistline shrink or lose any pounds. In fact, you may even gain a couple a week later. It may take weeks or months of continued commitment, but I can assure you, it will happen. However, bad habits have the exact opposite effect. Bad habits will give you an immediate satisfaction, but they'll have a much greater negative impact. For example, smoking a cigarette will provide you an immediate Overcoming the bad habit loop, you must remove 5 key triggers: place, time, moment, mood, and people. Place. You don't overeat at the gym, and you don't drink whiskey on the treadmill. Don't put yourself in places where you're vulnerable to your bad habits. Time. People don't lose their temper first thing Monday morning. But at the end of the week, when you're tired and stressed, it's when you're most vulnerable to your bad habits. Mood. Your mood changes when you are hungry. I know mine does, or my wife convinced me that I get hangry. I also, moment. When the New York Jets are playing the Pats and we're getting our butts kicked, it's when I'm most vulnerable to the bad habits. So I gotta be paying attention to that and make sure that don't happen or have the Jets lose. All right, but most importantly, people. The closer you are with someone, the more likely you are to imitate their behavior. There was a study I found online that stated you have a 52% chance of being obese if you hang around obese people. On the flip side, if a friend loses weight, you will lose weight too a third of the time because you're going to be drawn to their good habits. Class of 22F, that's where you come in. Your airmen will want to imitate you. What kind of habit do you want to show them? As a leader, you need to find one habit you need to start and identify what habit you want to break. Doing the right thing and staying true to your habits is completely up to you, especially when no one's looking. Craig Rochelle stated, "The potential of your leadership is a direct reflection of the quality of your habits." If you lead with intensity, your team will operate with the same intensity. On the other hand, if you lead with a bad attitude, your team will mirror that attitude, and you might find yourself on the Airman NCO Senior NCO page. Team Dyess, to carry out the task of America's only lift and strike base, as great as you have this far, that is a reflection of many small and wise habits your leaders have bestowed upon you this far. It's time for you, class of 22F, to carry that torch. Our habits will either make us or break us because we become what we repeatedly do. Remember, start small. Come into work a little earlier. Eat right. Ask your airmen how they're doing every single day. Check on their welfare. Then you will soon see a change in culture in your organization. Don't get discouraged when you don't see progress fast enough. There will be progress. Don't fall into the trap that one small habit is not harmful. Over time or collectively, these habits change an organization. In conclusion, class of 22F, you are now at the next level of leadership. You do not have to be perfect. You only need to do things for the right reasons. Be open to criticism and be willing to learn and be better. Remember, you can predict everyone wins when your leader gets better. You are that leader. The better you're willing to become will determine the success of your individual legacy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Chief Cordova, thank you for your inspirational words, and thank you for your ongoing support and guidance for enlisted airmen. ALS is not an easy course to pass. 24 academic days, 169 curriculum hours, a significant amount of homework, and additional preparation can make this a challenging obstacle on the road to becoming an NCO and supervisor. Some members of this class not only met the requirements to graduate, but exceeded the minimums and earned additional distinction as award recipients. We would like to recognize those individuals at this time. As we do so, please feel free to show some unit pride. Our first award is the Academic Achievement Award and will be presented by Staff Sergeant Carter Mitchner, representing AFSA Chapter 1056. The Academic Achievement Award denotes excellence as a scholar. It is presented to the student who achieved the highest academic standing of the curriculum and is exclusive of the John L. Levito Award. The Academic Extraordinaire and winner of the Academic Achievement Award for Class 22F is from the 7th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Senior Airman Ashley Waldman. It's instinctive. The AFSA Chapter 1056 Award supports ALS by presenting tonight's award winners with a one-year membership. Thank you, Sergeant Mitchner, and congratulations, Senior Airman Waldman. Our next award is the Commandant's Award, to be presented by Master Sergeant Kyle Gibson.
Yeah, Gibson!
The Commandant's Award is presented to the student who demonstrated superior leadership throughout the class. From each flight, a nominee emerges. Nominees, please stand as your name is called. Lancer Flight's nominee, from the 7th Operations Support Squadron, Staff Sergeant Burke F. Presley. Black Hawk Flight nominee, from the 7th Security Forces Squadron, Staff Sergeant Rachel S. Cork. Herc Flight's nominee, from the 7th Operations Support Squadron, Staff Sergeant Tyler J. Nunez. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commandant Award winner for Class 22F is from the 7th Security Forces Squadron, Staff Sergeant
Without support!
Mission abort! Can I get a hawk, yeah?
Hawk,
yeah!
The Dyess 56 supports ALS by presenting tonight's award winner with a one-year membership. Thank you, Master Sergeant Gibson, and congratulations, Staff Sergeant Cork. Next, we will present the Distinguished Graduate Awards to be presented by Master Sergeant Scott Brown, representing the Dyess First Sergeants.
Let's go, sure.
Students who excel in both leadership and academics earn positions in the top 10% of the class. And this evening, we will recognize 4 distinguished graduates. Our first distinguished graduate is from the 7th Operations Support Squadron, Staff Sergeant Burke F. Presley.
Stay lethal!
Stay frosty!
Woo!
Our second distinguished graduate from the 7th Operations Support Squadron is Staff Sergeant Tyler J. Nunez. third distinguished graduate is from the 7th Component Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Daniel E. Hee.
Raptors give, ensures the kill. The 7, by the maintainer, search what?
Our 4th distinguished graduate is from the 7th Security Forces Squadron, Staff Sergeant Rachel S. Core.
Without support!
Mission abort! Black Hawk gonna get a hawk, yeah?
Hawk, yeah!
The Dyess 5-6 supports ALS by presenting tonight's award winners with a 1-year membership. Thank you, Master Sergeant Brown, and congratulations, distinguished graduates.
Thanks, Arm Brown.
Ladies and gentlemen, our most distinguished award presentation is the John L. Levito Award. This evening's award is sponsored by the Dyess Chiefs Group and is being presented by 22F Class Mentor, Chief Master Sergeant Isam Cordova. The John L. Levito Award is the highest award a graduate at any level in the enlisted professional military education can receive. It is presented to the most outstanding student in the class. The Levito Award recipient is not eligible to receive the Academic or Commandant Award. The John L. Levito Award recipient for Class 22F is from the 9th Air Support Operations Squadron, Fort Hood, Texas, Senior Airman Peyton A. Dyess 5-6 supports ALS by presenting tonight's award winner with a 1-year membership. Winning a Levito Award is quite an accomplishment. In addition to the individual's pride, their name will also be displayed in the Levito Trophy. The trophy you see displayed here tonight will be located in the ALS hallway, giving future students something to strive for. Thank you, Chief Cordova, and congratulations, Senior Airman Radova. We now come to the peak. We now come to the peak of our ceremony and the reason we are all here, the presentation of the diplomas. Class 22F, prepare to graduate.
Yeah!
This evening's graduate have met the requirements to assume greater responsibility and leadership within our Air Force. Staff Sergeant Mitchner, leading Lancer Flight, Technical Sergeant Minnick, leading Black Hawk Flight, and Staff Sergeant Clowers, leading Herc Flight, have prepared these airmen to face the distinct challenges that await them. Colonel Lakeford and Chief Williams, please come forward to present the diplomas to the 317th Airlift Wing graduates of ALS Class 22F. It is my pleasure to announce the 317th Airlift Wing's newest graduates. Representing Lancer Flight from the 317th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Tyler A. Cousins. From the 317th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Scott M. Manibusa. From the 40th Airlift Squadron, Staff Sergeant Torrin N. Trink. Representing Black Hawk Flight, from the 317th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Tyler C. Clark. From the 40th Airlift Squadron, Senior Airman Thomas M. Hart. From the 317th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Samuel A. Kennedy. From the 317th Airlift Wing, Staff Sergeant Ezra A. Field. Representing Herc Flight, from the 317th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Mario A. Ceniceros Rivera. From the 40th Airlift Squadron, Staff Sergeant Kirby E. Graves. Thank you, Colonel Langford and Chief Williams. Colonel Kramer and Chief Cordova, please come forward to present the diplomas to the 7th Bomb Wing, Fort Worth, and Fort Hood graduates of ALS Class 22F. It is my pleasure to announce the 7th Bomb Wing's newest graduate, representing Lancer Flight, from the 7th Equipment Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Michael F. Day.
Yeah! Woo! Comrades! Strike hard, strike fast!
From the 24th Fighter Squadron, Fort Worth, Texas, Staff Sergeant Jeremy B. Garcia. From the 7th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Lionel M. Johnson. From the 7th Security Forces Squadron, Lancer Flight's Flight Leader, Staff Sergeant Ryan D. Kowalski. From the 7th Force Support Squadron, Senior Airman Jordan A. Moak. From the 7th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Senior Airman Madison J. Murphy. From the 7th Operations Support Squadron, Staff Sergeant Burke F. Presley.
Stay equal! Stay Presley! Woo!
From the 24th Fighter Squadron, Fort Worth, Texas, Senior Airman James S. Reiser IV. From the 7th Civil Engineering Squadron, Senior Airman Ricardo Robles. From the 7th Component Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Miguel A. Sanchez Mercado.
By the book! Record skills! Ensures the kill! Maintain our book!
From the 489th Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Joseph M. Soto. From the 24th Fighter Squadron, Fort Worth, Texas, Staff Sergeant Dalton L. West. Representing Black Hawk Flight, from the 7th Component Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Michael J. Amos.
The 7th! By the book! Record skills! Ensures the kill! Maintain our book!
From the 489th Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Jarquez P. Arterberry. From the 7th Security Forces Squadron, Black Hawk Flight's flight leader, Staff Sergeant Rachel S. Ford. From the 7th Equipment Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Tyler S. Crawford.
The 7th! By the book! Progress! Strike hard! Strike fast!
From the 7th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Senior Airman David J. De La Fuente. From the 7th Munitions Squadron, Senior Airman Julian J. Garcia.
The 7th! By the book! Count to load! Kill them all!
From the 24th Fighter Squadron, Fort Worth, Texas, Staff Sergeant Cody J. Hickman. From the 7th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Jeremiah H. Montgomery.
The 7th! By the book! You want fight! Kill the rest! Maintain our... Woo!
From the 7th Operations Support Squadron, Staff Sergeant Hannah D. Murphy. From the 7th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Senior Airman Andrew D. Naparetti. From the 7th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman James A. Rector III.
The 7th! By the book! You want to fight! Kill the rest!
Our next graduate is unable to be here tonight due to unforeseen circumstances. From the 24th Fighter Squadron, Fort Worth, Texas, Senior Airman Isaac L. Aguilar. Representing Herc Flight, from the 7th Equipment Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman H. Adolphe Jr.
The 7th! By the book! Comrades! Strike hard! Strike fast! Woo! 36!
From the 7th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Senior Airman Caitlin L. Brown. From the 7th Civil Engineer Squadron, Senior Airman Michael A. Cavazos. From the 7th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Zachary M. Garrett. From the 7th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Zachary M. Garrett. Sorry. From the 7th Component Maintenance Squadron, Senior Airman Daniel E. Heagy. From the 7th Component Maintenance Squadron, Staff Sergeant Ethan R. Hughes.
Just 7! By the book! Weapons kill! Insurance kill! Maintainer! Woo!
From the 7th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Senior Airman Roger L. Jackson. From the 7th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Staff Sergeant Abraham Magallon.
Just 7! By the book! B-1-5! Kill the rest!
From the Air Force Legal Operations Agency, Area Defense Council, Staff Sergeant Olivia C. McKenzie. From the 7th Operations Support Squadron, Staff Sergeant Tyler J. Nunez. From the 7th Maintenance Group, Senior Airman Evan M. Stilley.
Yeah! Just 7! By the book! He's a maintainer too! Woo!
From the 7th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Senior Airman Ashley Waldman. Ladies and gentlemen, the presentation of the Airman Leadership School Diploma to the Levitou Award recipient signifies the culmination of 5 weeks of intense education and training. From the 9th Air Support Operations Squadron, Kirk Flight's Flight Leader, Senior Airman Peyton A. Radebaugh. Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Kramer.
Woo! Yeah!
Keep the music going. Whoa. Sounds way better than me. Come on, my man. Let's get off here. High five, 100%. MC's doing great. Can we thank Master Sergeant Gibson and his team for putting 46 in and 46 out for another outstanding ALS class? There's one of the, you kind of wonder why you get such an outstanding experience at the ALS at America's Lift and Strike Base. And if Sergeant Minnick could stand up, I'll tell you why.
Yeah!
So Tech Sergeant Minnick, who has multiple hats that she wears, one was a temporary commandant way back when, is number 1 out of 387 for enlisted PME instructors in the entire United States Air Force.
Yeah!
I'm not going to embarrass you anymore, but I'm going to tell you thank you for doing what you do every day. Okay, it's really important. Well done. Can we also just have the graduates stand up one more time? We've already clapped enough for them. Come on, we don't have to clap for them. All right, give them a round of applause. So you all know that you're about to go lead at America's Lift and Strike Base. We do things here that nobody else does. We do combat tactical airlift worldwide. On a moment's notice. It's happening this week. We're ready to shoot missiles from 500 nautical miles away to land within feet of their target. On order. That's what we do. Sleepy old West Texas. It's an important mission. You all have to connect your airmen to the mission. That's the job that you have. They will do just fine. Connect them to the mission, and we'll win together. Does that sound like a plan? But I want to tell you, you're not alone. So if you have a loved one or a spouse or a friend that came here with you tonight, if you could stand up. Thank you for doing what you do every day. You serve too. And if you have a supervisor or a flight chief for one of the graduates for ALS class 22 Foxtrot, if you could stand up. And if you have a first sergeant or a commander, of anyone for the 22 Foxtrot, if you could stand up. And if you're an American and you value freedom and you value justice and you value liberty and you want your kids to have the same opportunity that you had, could you stand up? So you see 22 Foxtrot, you came in, you accomplished the curriculum, you left as a class, you're gonna go lead. You're never alone. Look to your left. Look to your right. We're going to win together. Have a great night. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you, Colonel Kramer. At this time, we would also like to give a special thanks to our photographer, A1C Heyman, and our proper Airman First Class, Vanderwood.
Please bow your heads. Heavenly Father, thank you for guiding our class to this day. Thank you to our instructors, family, mentors, and loved ones for supporting us on this journey. And thank you for the new friendships we've gained along the way. Thank you for the opportunity to grow and learn from each other, even when the topics or conversation weren't so easy or comfortable. I ask that you direct us and remind us to be a light for others as we step into our new roles. Please cover each and every one of us as we leave today. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Thank you, Senior Airman Miller. As mentioned earlier, history is an important part of not only Airman Leadership School and professional military education, but of the Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join us in the reciting of the Airman's Creed and singing of the Air Force song.
I am American Airman. I am a warrior. I have answered my nation's call. I am an American Airman. My mission is to fly, fight, and win. I am faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor. I am an American Airman, guardian of freedom and justice, my nation's sword and shield, its sentry and avenger. I defend my country with my life. I am an American Airman, wingman, leader, warrior. I will never leave an airman behind. I will never falter, and I will not fail. Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here I come to the Kill the gun! Down the rise
newest leader. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. Thank you for attending and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Can I get a high When I get in my car, so what did you get? Did you bring your Tupperware? I brought mine.
Keep contact with the shop. Enjoy your night.
I won't make your hands too.
Thank you for having me. Sorry, let me
Where is the proud man?
keep in touch. Number one. To get in trouble all the time? Yeah, I do get in trouble. Obviously, it's not that bad. It's a harmony, you know? It's a harmony. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, we're from Western.
Thanks again. I'm sure I'll see you around the neighborhood.
Yep. I'll be speeding off.